Everyone, it's the Grim Lord here, and this is Grim's Comics Corner. It is February, and that's the season of love, so we're going to be doing a lot more attractive babes in comics, and that's what you guys are going to be seeing for a little while. I'll be doing some more adult type comics on our alt tech channels. I don't want to trust YouTube with that, but you guys here on YouTube will be able to hopefully see more Aspen stuff, which I've been wanting to do for a while now. Anyway, so we're just going to start with Michael Turner's Fathom. Of course, Michael Turner is long since deceased. May he rest in peace. And let's go ahead and get this started. Fathom. This is the omnibus. It contains both volumes 1 and 2, which I have, but, you know. There are two worlds, the one we know and the one below. Michael Turner's Fathom. Fathom began in '98 with the publication of the Fathom preview, but the full-color world premiere was in Fathom Zero. Released in May of that year, it introduced the world to Aspen Matthews and gave a glimpse into her life moments before it would be changed forever by the events to come. Chronologically, it was tied to our world. It was 2 months before Aspen would leave her for her assignment to the DMD facility, and issue 0 was released 2 months before issue 1. Of course, Michael Turner, Joe Weems V, Jonathan D. Smith, Steve Furchow, Richard Eisenhoff, Peter Steigerwald, and letters by Dennis Eisler. Additional colors Matt Nelson, and ink assets is Marco Galli. Fathom Zero, and there's a trading card set. Aspen, look at that. Really cool stuff, right? Two worlds exist on this planet, the one we know and the one below. The one we know is familiar and comfortable. Below that place lies the unfamiliar and definitely uncomfortable depths that hide unspeakable dangers. Most people live with a myopic view of their existence. They're content with their house, their car, 2.5 kids, dog, TV dinners, and occasionally getting out to see a movie. The rules were laid out centuries ago, and there's no need for them to explore what lies beyond the boundaries of this comfortable place. I, on the other hand, am fascinated by what lies beyond normal boundaries, what's beneath the surface, the mysterious depths, the world below. 11 years ago, my life began. I arrived on a ship with no memory of who I was or how I got there. I became Aspen Matthews, foster child number 421-6. For years, I struggled to piece my life together with fragments of dreams and visions of my life as a child. Wow. From my teenage years of snorkeling and scuba diving to my high school swim team, to Olympic freestyle swimmer, we'll get that right, to marine biologist. Through it all, one aspect of my life was constant. I was fascinated by water. 3 months ago, in the middle of several experiments on deep water marine life propulsion anatomy, I was conducted by a Deep Marine Discovery (DMD) facility that was conducting similar experiments in a trench 50 miles north of the Hawaiian Ridge. They had been building a habitat 1,200 feet down that could support scientists for months. I'm not sure why they contacted me, but I was happy to let them see my results. I haven't spoken to them since. I have never been down 1,200 feet before. The furthest down I've actually been is 300, and that was on an observation submarine that went down around the coast of San Diego. But to be in an actual habitat, where I could observe for weeks without having to put on my scuba gear day after day, I can only imagine how incredible it would be to see what exists at that depth. I do know that some of the most deadly species of marine life live there, all with unique adaptations. Adaptations unseen in shallow waters. Many of them have very special tactics for attacking prey or defending against predators. Some hunters have poisonous bites that will incapacitate prey for their leisurely consumption. Some octopi, squid, or anemones, we'll get that right, disappear in a cloud of ink to evade a predator. The most vicious killers alert their enemies with distinctive markings or venomous spines as if to show the victims that it's already too late. An ambush has begun. Here, the most deadly attacks occur in numbers. After all, A group of predators attacking all at once can be decidedly more dangerous than a lone hunter. There is strength in numbers and chaos. Ah, to be down there now. Here is not bad, but being on the water is much different than being under it. When I was 16, I went scuba diving for the first time. My instructor had about 8 of us in the class on the first day and was showing us very basic skills, like how to clear the regulator and how to keep your mask from fogging. While he was busy with several of the others, I decided to give it a try on my own. I've never been the type to wait for the group. With all my gear, I jumped off the boat. I jumped off the boat and went straight to the bottom. We were only in about 40 feet of water, but a lot can go wrong even in 10 feet. At first it was incredible. I was swimming along the side of a reef. Thousands of fish were darting by me. I was just getting comfortable when I noticed something strange. I had been holding my breath the whole time. I had been down for around 4 minutes without even thinking about breathing. Once I realized this, I let out the air and tried to breathe. I couldn't. No air was coming out of my regulator. I panicked. I looked up, but the boat was gone. My lungs were killing me, and I tried to swim for the surface. I got about 20 feet up, and my body went numb. I must have taken in a gallon of water when I lost consciousness. That was when I saw them for the first time. It was like a dream. There were figures, dozens of them, floating in front of me. They looked human, but had a phosphorescent glow to them. They had strange devices that looked like lobsters that were attached to their hands and wrapped around their heads and bodies. The figures just floated there, staring at me. They didn't look dangerous. One of the figures came forward. He was beautiful, with long flowing hair and hypnotic eyes. He put his hands out and the water started to glow in front of him. I started tingling. A warm fire began to emanate from my body. The figure looked at me and smiled, and he suddenly came forward and grabbed me. His face changed to that of my instructor. He was dragging me towards the surface. I was put on the back of the dive boat. The other divers in the class, circled around me and were crying while the instructor was blowing into my mouth. I tried to speak, but nothing worked. After about 30 seconds, I spit out some water and could feel my body again. They took the boat to shore and said I needed to go to the hospital, but I actually felt okay. I learned later that I had jumped in without turning on my air tank, was lucky to be alive. I've been scuba diving hundreds of times since then, and that's never happened again. But I can't get the vision out of my head. My outlook has been different ever since that day. My friends say I work too hard and should get a life, but the water is my life. Ever since I was born at 11 years old, water has held some promise to reveal pieces to the puzzle of my childhood. I've been studying it ever since. Life is good. I know what I want. I think I know where I'm going. And now, the letter I've been waiting for 3 months. They actually want me. Me. DMD is formally inviting me to their deep water habitat. They've made some incredible discoveries, and I've been requested by their top people to assist with the research. I'm actually going in 8 weeks. The world beneath the surface will be mine to experience, and with it, new discoveries that may change my life forever. I can feel it. The story that follows is a prologue. One of 2 stories that appeared in Fathom preview. It was shown as an introduction for the first time in color in the long ago sold out original Fathom collection. These pages were the first views ever into the secret underwater world that, until the preview was published existed only in the mind of Michael Turner. He gave us this world unlike any other. Fathom preview. There's a trading card set for Baramba. Earth. Funny name for a place that has over 2/3 of its surface covered with oceans, lakes, and rivers. Planet Water would be more accurate. The tallest mountain, the deepest trench, the most species of life, danger, and mysteries, all beneath the surface. In man's haste to look to the stars for answers, or for guidance, or just for the true reason we're here on this planet, he has forgotten to look in the most obvious place of all, beneath his own feet, to the world below. A world within a world. Fathom, Omnibus Digital Edition. Here it begins, beyond previews, after prologues. This is Fathom. This is the story of Aspen Matthews, Cannon Hawk, Killian in the world below. It opens in the world we know. We join Aspen in the present day in July of 1998, the same month as the release of Fathom 1. Fathom 1 became the top-selling comic book of '98, due in part to an innovative twist. Wow. There were 3 versions of Fathom 1, each viewed at specific points from the perspective of 3 different characters. Fathom trading card set, Aspen. San Diego, July 16th, 1984. Is it my imagination, Pete, or has San Diego changed since we left? It's not your imagination, and what's with all the hubbub? I've never met anyone who remembers the day they were born. I don't either, but I do remember the day my life started. I heard those 2 men talking and saw the confusion on the faces of the passengers. I didn't understand what was going on. Honey, this way, please. I didn't know then what I've since learned, that the cruise ship Paradise had been missing for close to 10 years, and was now arriving back in San Diego like nothing had ever happened. Lucky for me, I met Captain Matthews, a naval officer who'd been on vacation. He eventually adopted me. I was one confused, frightened little girl that day, and while I still don't know how I got on that ship, it doesn't really matter. I was on the ship, and that's when my life started. That was the beginning. Hold tight to my hand, Aspen. It'll be all right. San Diego, July 16th, 1984. My mission began to take shape when the cruise ship Paradise pulled into port. It had been missing, presumed lost for 10 years. Quite possibly I was the only one there who knew why it had been missing, where it had been, and why its return would be the most significant homecoming in human history. This way, please. The military tried to contain it. To some degree they were successful. But in their search for an explanation, they overlooked one little girl. Hold tight to my hand, Aspen. It'll be all right. It was at the center of everything, then and now. San Diego, July 16th, 1984. The cruise ship Paradise docked after a 10-year absence. I followed the ship to see if Aspen was on it. She had to be, because I couldn't find her anywhere else. The ship was the last place left to look. I knew I'd have to get closer if I was going to find Aspen. The problem was all the men with the guns and cameras. There were just too many of them, and I couldn't risk being seen. All the passengers were being taken away, which meant I'd have no chance to get to her. This way, please. And a remarkable turn of events. When I finally saw her, she didn't look hurt, but she looked really scared. I can't say I blamed her. Hold tight to my hand, Aspen. It'll be all right. The man with her did look like he cared about her, and he damn well better have, because I swore I'd watch out for her. But that was that. She was stuck, leaving us both alone. Yeah, it's the same boat, Mrs. Secretary. I have no idea where it came from. Yes, sir, we're looking into it. No, sir, one moment. Lieutenant, I want every camera on this dock rendered inoperational. And get these civilians out of here, now. No one is quite sure what to make of the return of the cruise ship Paradise reported lost more than 10 years ago. But as you can see from the heavy military presence behind me... Hey, what the hell? The area has been contained, sir. Mr. Secretary, we have secured the Paradise. The passengers have been detained pending debriefing. Yes, sir. The cameras have been destroyed and the reporters warned. The situation is blacked out. Informally speaking, sir, we slaughtered the First Amendment. I suggest you alert the legal department. No, sir. Facility operations have not been compromised. Blackbeard, you're clear. Roll final and call the ball. Roger, LSO. 209 Tomcat Ball. Field State 6.5. Roger, Ball. 3 months ago, the USS George Washington is 95 miles north of Honolulu, Hawaii. LSO, cancel approach. Diamond, I have a contact bearing 10 degrees. Negative, radar is blank. That wasn't a question, Diamond. It's lit up like the 4th of July. Still nothing on radar? It's underwater. Repeat, the contact is under the surface. No... Okay. Well, yeah, he says that. And then he said, still nothing on radar? No, sir. He must be hallucinating. Send him in for a closer look. Admiral? I want to know who it belongs to, damn it. Send him in. Blackbeard, go low for a visual ident. Roger, Diamond. We're coming up on him. Holy shit. He just took off. He's matched our speed at 270 knots, and he's still under the surface, heading 175 degrees. 200. Nothing moves that fast underwater. That's not possible. It pulled a 180 without slowing down. John, tell me I'm not seeing things. I am if you are, Jimbo. Have you identified the nation of origin, Lieutenant? It's coming to the surface and slowing. We're closing in on 1,000 yards. The legs formed into some kind of pier. Jesus Christ, get the hell out. Mother. Turn, turn, turn. Sir? Get me the Secretary of Defense. Present day, San Diego, California. I grew up with my adopted father, Captain Matthews, 5 minutes from the beach. I've been like a fish ever since. I studied the water at UC San Diego. Finally, one day at the end of forever, they put some alphabet soup after my name. What? They put some alphabet soup after my name and called me in a marine biologist. Oh, excuse me, called me a marine biologist. Oh, okay, I see. All right, I'll get that right. Finally, one day at the end of forever, they put some alphabet soup after my name and called me a marine biologist. My friends tell me I'm obsessed with this stuff. Well, okay, I am. Basically, if I'm not in it, on it, or under it, I'm looking at it through a microscope. I guess I've just got water on the brain. Aspen, we've got to get you to the airport. We got to get you to the airport. Today's the day, huh? Yeah, right. Look at Little Miss I'm Cool, like you haven't been looking forward to this for like 3 months. Yeah, you sure it's no trouble driving me? Nope. I've got to get to the station anyway. I'm slated to do a feature on foreign investment in San Diego's economy for the 11 o'clock news. Who's in the hot seat tonight? The Commissioner of Ports. I plan to make him really uncomfortable. Give the viewers what they want. You know it, kid. Can you be ready in 10? Yeah, I'll meet you outside. Today's the day, all right. Interlude. It started as a routine dive at the end of a training session. I was 16. The instructor was blah blah blahing his way through his safety spiel. I couldn't wait to get in, so I didn't. Those first few months in the water were pure magic. The colors, the weightlessness, the freedom. I thought I'd been given the key to the universe. Then I saw them. Men and women appeared out of the water like smoke from a smoldering fire. They were so beautiful. I was entranced. I was dizzy, too. I realized I'd been holding my breath since I dove in. When I tried to breathe, I got nothing. I was going blank, but oddly, I wasn't panicked. He was telling me I'd be okay. He was inviting me to come with them. Everything went white. And the next thing I remember, I was on the boat receiving mouth-to-mouth from the dive instructor with a circle of frightened faces around me. I probably just imagined the people in the water. After all, lack of oxygen can cause hallucinations. Interlude. My first real chance to win her over came after 5 years after the paradise. Excuse me, let's try that again. My first real chance to win her over came 5 years after the paradise. She was learning to use the vulgar breathing apparatus and was the first one off the boat, which made my approach simple. Her emotions were powerful, easy to read. Fear rapidly turned to wonder, which began to fade as she lost consciousness. In that state, she was quite vulnerable to suggestion. She was practically mine. When her instructor's arrival forced us to retreat, the time wasn't yet right for a confrontation. Then I was frustrated to have been so close to her and achieved nothing. However, had I won her over that day, my current mission would have never taken shape, and ultimately it's this mission that will achieve everything. Interlude. So after keeping an eye on Aspen for 5 years or so, one day I almost blew it. She was learning to dive, which didn't strike me as a big deal. Diving shouldn't have been any great stretch for her. I'd seen lots of people diving before, and they always make clouds of bubbles. She wasn't making any, which worried me. I started towards her. To do what? I'm not sure. Then they showed up. One I could have handled, 2 or 3 maybe, but 8? No way. He had her charmed. But lucky for her and me both, her dive instructor got a clue and came down to get her. It was a close call, real close. Any doubts I had about the group's intentions were gone. They wanted Aspen, and it was up to me to keep her safe. Present day. The exploration vessel Viking 2 is 50 miles north of Honolulu, Hawaii. Miss Matthews, Aspen Matthews, I'm Akiko Nagata. There we go. Dive Master Lawler asked me to keep an eye on you until we're ready to dive. Are you part of the DMD staff? In a sense. I'm unraveling the physics of the, well, you'll see. See what? I'm not going to spoil the surprise. Just don't expect much in the way of nightlife. Oh, great. Here comes everybody's favorite programmer. What? Oh, God. Aspen Matthews, long time no see. Long time no want to see, Jack. Come on, Aspen, admit it. You've missed me. Folks, we got a tight schedule to keep. You'll have over an hour to get touchy-feely in the sub, so stow the gab and listen up. I'm Lore, the dive master. We'll be going 1,200 feet into the deep, which is totally unlike anything you've done before. As soon as they lower us into the water, we'll begin the descent, which is a bit of a nerve test. It's dark most of the way down, and the sub clanks and pops as the pressure works on it. This ain't SeaWorld, folks. This is the real thing. Do we get an in-float movie? No, you get a lecture about the dangers of high pressure on the human body. At 1,200 feet, we're talking close to 40 atmospheres. What? Yeah, that kind of pressure can be lethal, without a whole hell of a lot of warning. So if any of you start feeling like your innards are grinding against each other, tell me immediately. That's usually the first sign of pressure sickness. And if you're down there and you don't feel good, don't assume you've caught a cold. Get your ass to the infirmary right away. You make it all sound like so much fun, Lar. For once in your life, Jack, take something seriously, will you? When I was invited here, I expected to make some difficult adjustments. Taking a trip with Jack, my nightmare ex-boyfriend from my first research job, wasn't one of them. Later. So, Aspen, now that we've returned, I think we should try dating again. Hold your breath on that one, buddy. What is that? That is the Deep Marine Discovery, your home for the next 90 days. Help, I'm trapped in a giant basketball factory. Word to the wisecracker, Jack. Director Jarvis is a pleasant enough guy, but wise-ass remarks are a passport to his doghouse. And believe me, that's a place you don't want to be. End of the line, folks. Thanks for floating the friendly waters. See you on the way up. Welcome to the Deep Marine Discovery Let's try that again. Welcome to the Deep Marine Discovery, people. I'm Alexander Jarvis, director of the DMD. Miss Matthews, Mr. Gregory, you picked a busy day for your first time down, so I'm going to have to rush you through a quick tour. Lieutenant Franklin here would take your bags and see to your ID cards. Akiko, they're waiting for you in Lab 11. So if I've got this straight, the DMD is like the Love Boat, and you're Captain Steubing, right? Not quite there, Jack. This is Fantasy Island, and I'm Mr. Rourke. See the difference? Now please follow me. I have a lot to show you in a very short time. Hamster 2 to Habtail Command. We have intruders in the feed hatch. Right now, you're with me. But once you receive your ID cards, you must display them at all times as they indicate your security clearance and medical information. That was your freebie, Mr. Gregory. Any more of that and you'll find yourself writing code for the sanitation computers. What does Aspen say? Danger? Frozen solid? Do not touch? Piss off, Jack. That's enough, Mr. Gregory. This right here is the heart of the DMD. What? What? Welcome to Fantasy Island. What is it? Where'd it come from? It's what it looks like. A transport for use underwater, and it came from right here. We couldn't move it, so we built the DMD around it. Aspen, as a specialist in marine propulsion, you were brought here to give us some fresh ideas. Any questions so far? Questions? Where do I start? Who built it? And what's it made out of? What does it use for fuel? Does it have a control stick or some other... Whoa, we don't have answers to most of those because we've been totally unable to get inside of it. I got one. What's with the heavy military vibe around here? Well, Jack, you probably know that the DMD was originally a joint project between the US and Japan. Whoops. A few years ago, the Japanese accused us of trading false information. The accusations were completely unfounded, but regardless, the incidents brought everyone's guard up. Shortly after that, we caught them dealing as falsehoods. Suddenly it was like Berlin in 1982. The wall went up, the guards were positioned, and, well, you can imagine the rest. And that man coming from the Japanese side, who's he? His name is Cannon Hawk. At present, he's the only person both sides trust, so he acts as our emissary. You should groom me for that job, Jarvis. I can see it now. Mystery, intrigue, geishas. I'll be sure to keep you in mind, Jack. The USS George Washington, 24 hours later. Gotta tell you, Edwards, for a guy with a call sign Samson, you don't have much hair. Rogaine's in the mail, mophead. Your birds are ready to fly, sir. Well, good. Glad I didn't get into the suit for nothing. Wakeboard's a match. We're good to go. What's your wife's name again, Samson? It ain't Delilah, Chance. Really, man, it's time to get some new jokes. Cut the chatter, Chance, and get to work. Roger, boss. Damn, that's a pretty bird, eh, Fox? All right, folks, this box is clear. I'm coming left. Belay that, Samson. Diamond, we've got a contact. It's bright, and it's in the water at 12 o'clock. Could be Blackbeard's bogey. Send him after it. Make a visual ID, Joker. Roger, Diamond. Stay on him like wet on sweat, Samson. Mac and I are going fishing. Make us amphibious, Fox. Happy hunting, Joker. Chance, you can't dive this fast. Christ, Chance, slow down for God's sake. Oh, ye of little faith. Jesus. Diamond, we've breached successfully. Contact bearing 185 degrees. Can you make the ID? Negative. It's 400 or so yards away. I can only see it because it's bright as hell. It's gotta be Blackbeard's bogey. What's it look like from above, Samson? Something out of a video game. The way it moves around. We're 200 yards out. I still can't tell who the hell it belongs to, but it's getting brighter. I see it. It's making a pyramid-shaped light. I got him. He's right at the surface. We're moving in. No, wait for us to get closer, Samson. Samson? Samson, get out of there, Samson! Tell him to break off. Joker, you will disengage immediately and return to the flight deck. Disengage? You took down my wingman. Give me that mic. Chance, this is Admiral Maylander. You will disengage at once. Do you copy? Negative, sir. Concurrently. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. If this suit wasn't pinching around my knee, I think I was dreaming. The surface of the craft, it feels like shark skin. Smooth from nose to tail and jagged coming back. Its framework gives when I push on it. It's flexible. So what? So it flows within the water instead of pushing through it and leaves a minimum wake. I wonder if my Japanese counterparts have drawn the same conclusions. Too bad I'm not allowed to talk to them. Later. Miss Matthews? 1 second. I have something important to show you. 3 months ago, we had a new development here at the DMD. One which ultimately led to your being invited down. Its ramifications are, if anything, more staggering than the discovery of a craft. Let me stress that what you're about to see is as secret as it gets. Uh-oh. Hold on. I can't read that. My God, it's him from my vision. He's beautiful. And he's dead. What a waste. 3 months ago, he walked out into the D&D with a band of 10 of his people. Our security forces reacted hastily, I'm afraid. 5 of them were killed in the ensuing fight. You killed 5 others like him? My. No, you misunderstand me. 5 of ours were killed. It all happened so fast. When it was over, his people without me, we put in the tank. No, I'm sorry. We put him in the tank, where he's been ever since. At last you haven't disgraced him. Excuse me. At least you haven't dissected him. I suppose I should get started. You don't seem to understand him, Matthew. Excuse me. You don't seem to understand, Miss Matthews. Isn't dead. He's asleep. Oh, he isn't dead. He's asleep. He's asleep? Ooh, I hope they don't do any more of those. It's hard to read. It's swinging around. Brace yourselves for some invasive maneuvers, Mac. Oh my God. What is that thing? Do you see that? No one's seen that. Diamond, I can report for certain that this is not a Japanese bogey. Joker, you will disengage immediately. Do you copy? Son, I will court-martial your ass. Let it go, Chance. I got the son of a bitch. I don't think so, Chance. I'm showing a negative impact. The torpedo is still alive and has acquired a new target. A big one. Diamond, we've got a goddamn serious problem here. What? Shit. He's magnetic and he looks so powerful. How on earth did you get him into the tank? Didn't he resist? And how's he breathing? Actually requested an aqueous environment when he turned himself over to us. Apparently he's breathing after his usual fashion. But that means he's not human. No, Miss Matthews, he's... Bzz, bzz, bzz. That's the collision alarm. I've heard it before during drills, but we're not scheduled for a drill. I don't fucking believe it. It's a torpedo. It's a what? Attention all areas. We have a torpedo inbound. Stop whatever you're doing and begin immediate emergency evac procedures to repeat. But I just got here. How on earth did you get him into the tank? Didn't he resist? And how's he breathing? I sense her. She's here and she's curious. Perfect. Actually, he requested an aqueous environment when he turned himself over to us. Apparently he's breathing after his usual fashion. But that means he's not human. No, Miss Matthews, he's... Bzz, bzz, bzz. That's a collision alarm? I've heard it before during drills. Oh, hold on. We got 2 of these. Oh, there's 2 of them. Hold on, there's 2 of these. No, okay, it's a little different. That wasn't what we planned. Perhaps they moved up the timetable. Whatever. She's here, and it's not like exposure to the water would do us any harm. We're not scheduled for a drill. I don't fucking believe it. It's a torpedo. It's a what? I suppose I'll have to improvise. Attention all areas. We have a torpedo inbound. Stop whatever you're doing and begin immediate emergency evac procedures to repeat. Yes, Aspen. This should work out just fine. How on earth did you get him into the tank? Didn't he resist? And how's he breathing? I don't believe it. They've captured him. This is not good. Actually, he requested, that's a collision alarm. So wait, I've heard it. So wait, if he walked in here and turned himself in and now Aspen's here, that's no coincidence. He's here for her. Aspen's trapped. She has no idea who she is or what she can do. And if I can't get to her, he will. 2 days ago, I read the following entry in my log. I found it notable for what it left out. July 23rd, 1996. Atlantis incident has me ruminating on the power of secrecy. For background, have included original transcript. Houston, we have a malfunction alarm. The starboard primary has lost pressure. Jettison primary boosters. Repeat, jettison primary boosters. They're away. They're away and we're clear. Give me a second, Houston. Alright, we're stable, but we've lost our vector thrusters. We can't steer. Nice save, Captain. You're 500 miles off course, but you're still in a clean orbital trajectory. We've got all our people working on an emergency re-entry program. We're going to get you down. Houston, there's something up here. It's not showing on the collision scope, but it's... Oh, God, we're on a collision course. They were helpless, completely in the hands of fate. Cannot imagine greater terror. Tell my wife... End transcript. Secrecy. I told his wife he died in service to country. Thanks from a grateful nation, etc. Nothing more. Wreckage recovered in Sen Amir jungle. Oh, Central American jungle. Definitely built by same entity that built craft at DMD Alpha. Even most trusted associates don't know this connection. Everything compartmentalized. Houston knows about collision. Can't be helped, but not what was found. Recovery team knows debris was found, but not nature or origin. Public knows nothing. Master transcript edited. Doesn't include collision. Copies destroyed. Only I know the whole, and therein lies my power. Men fear me because they don't know what I know. With fear comes respect. With respect, power. Secrecy is my power. I use that power to defend my country. Today, Diamond, we got a goddamn serious problem here. What on earth? Looks like some kind of installation, sir? If it's ours, I'm not cleared for it. Admiral? What I left out of my log entry was this. I maintain my secrets at the cost of men's lives. This too is part of my power. I order men into deadly situations. I do it without visible emotion. Because of this, most men assume I have no soul. I know better. A man is priceless. A highly trained man even more so. To lose one is an irrecoverable loss, but some will be lost. It's inevitable. For me, these lost lives have become a measure of my courage. Goddamn book doesn't tell me a thing. Sir, are there people down there? We need to know about it right now if we're going to get rescue vehicles to them in time. Admiral, are you familiar with this installation, sir? A day I have the courage to order a man to his death is a day I will continue to defend my country. Today I expect to find I still have the necessary courage. Launch the rescue vehicles. Below. I don't fucking believe it. It's a torpedo. It's a what? A torpedo. How the hell am I going to stop a torpedo? I can't stop it. I don't know how. What I need is a way to get into this place. Get to her and get her out. But all the ways in are guarded by military types, so that's out too. I'm stuck. I can't do anything but wait. Aspen, I've been watching out for you since the day you saved me. The day the paradise went down. So far, I've managed to keep you out of real trouble, but now it's getting serious. And there's way too much you don't know about. You don't know how to protect yourself. You don't know who you have to protect yourself from. You don't even know about me. When I followed you here from San Diego, I expected to have to deal with what's inside the facility. But a torpedo? What am I supposed to do? I'll promise you this, when it hits, I'll be ready. No matter who stands in my way. It's headed right for us. We're dead. Jarvis, if we seal this place off, we'll save... The airlock auto seal should keep some parts of the DMD dry, but you and I have no chance. No chance at all. It missed us. Thank God. Oh, of course it sees heat, which means it's locked on the power generators. Brace yourselves. Attention, the airlock auto seals are down. Find your nearest airlock and close it manually. If this shockwave rips apart the connection tubes, I gotta get to Aspen. Attention, rescue crews are needed in areas 9 and 14. Scratch that. 9 and 14 are history. Get to area 6. Anyone in 8, get your ass out of there. I'd better give them a hand, Mr. Hawk. No, come with me, Akiko. I'll need another cool head in the operations center. Rescue crews, get to 6, goddammit. No one trained me for this, Mr. Jarvis. Give me something to do. Forgive me, but for the moment you're useless. I'm needed in the ops center. See if you can keep our guests comfortable or something. 8's clear. We need more people at 6. Damn it, leave the suits. I want those airlock auto seals in motion. The circuit's jammed and I need the suit to unjam it, sir. We'll get to it for fuck's sake. This is Thompson. I've got the auto seals working. Get them going. Alright. Let's see. The crisis is under control, but good God. Areas 9 and 14 don't exist anymore. In Area 6, the personnel are all dead. Whoever launched that torpedo is going to be in deep shit. Director, I should visit our Japanese neighbors. I like Miss Nagata. Is it, Miss Nagata? I'd like Miss Nagata to accompany me. Whatever you feel is necessary, Hawk. Oh, thank you. The craft and our biospecimen are both okay. There you are. Are you alright? Look around you, Jack. It's dry in here. You should be helping the rescue effort. Chill out, will you, Aspen? I'm only trying to... Let me start this again. I know I should be helping the rescue, but when the shaking started, you were the first thing that came to mind. Listen, what I said on the sub, you know about missing you. I mean it. I acted like a jerk back in school, okay? I know it, but, well, I've changed since then. Okay, truce. Since when do we have to work together? But that's all we're gonna do. Got it? Is that a thaw I detect? Ice to slush. Don't push it. Oh, God. Seal the tube. Open the tube. Open the damn tube. Forgive me. So the director's left bravery to us. So be it. Relax. If you fight the water, it'll crush you. Help me. There's nowhere to go, Akiko. And your dignity is what you have left. Maintain it. And let fate do its work. It won't budge. Get someone in the command center to override the auto seals. Jack, there's no one left in the command center. We're probably better off in here anyway. Cross your fingers nothing hits us. Bah! This is cold! It's all over then. Damn it, there's too much left to say. I thought I'd been given a second chance to make peace with you. And now I'm dead. Man, the water's cold. Aspen, I'm sorry. Really sorry for the way I treated you. Give me one wish right now and I'd go back and do it all over. I saw you in the water before when I was young. You're of the water. This doesn't frighten you at all, does it? Yeah, you can get us out of here. If we can get you out of there. But please, you gotta forgive me. I just can't dive with that stuff on my conscience. Jack, listen, here's what... For Christ's sake, Jack, not now. We gotta get him out of that tank. Weren't you? Listen, wait, what? Are you insane? He'll kill us. No, he won't, goddammit. What's the fucking difference anyway? Now get over here and help me. Flight be advised that the installation is manned. We'll have rescue vehicles inbound and we need a damage survey ASAP. Roger, Diamond. There's a ton of silt in the water, so we're basically driving on instruments. We'll be at the whatever it is in a few minutes. Flight out. Chance, where'd that second shockwave come from? I don't know, man. Mac, I'm afraid of what we're gonna find down here. Why? Why'd I shoot? Why? Chance, you've got to shake it off, alright? Priority 1, we gotta find out if anyone's still alive. Whoomp. No. 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 What have I done? Oh God. This is it. Forgive me, Aspen. That's it. I'm really gonna die. I forgive you, Jack. Now I guess it's my turn. So this is death. This isn't what I expected. I'm not cold anymore. I actually feel comfortable. Hang on, Aspen. What? Wait. I don't know why we have multiple panels. I mean, that's just literally how it was put together, guys. Alright, this is going to be a lot harder to read. Wow, that's small print. Whoa! The water's inside me. It's everywhere. I'm everywhere in it. 1,000 scratching chalkboards and music. Music of the spheres. The water is sandpaper. And feathers. It massages. It strangles. It's honeysuckle and ammonia. I see channels in the water. Channels of power. Of possibilities. The water's alive. And I know he doesn't want to do that. He will. He will kill you, I feel. I feel emotional currents, the resonance of terror from the newly dead, the trapped panic of the nearly dead. And let me scroll down a little bit, or up rather, since this is a little. I think I did this backwards. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I did this kind of backwards. I'm sorry. It's hard to read. It's 2 panels though, or 2 pages. I see channels in the water, channels of power, of possibilities. The water's alive. I see turbulence from the torpedo, shockwaves from the landslide, an angel and a devil battling for my soul. It's not gonna get to you, Aspen. I'm not giving up. He's gonna have to kill me, and I don't know. And I know he doesn't want to do that. He will kill you, I feel. I feel emotional currents, the resonance of terror from the newly dead, the trapped panic of the nearly dead, and the devil's cold joy in the arrival of others. Others? It's too much. This what? This something, this oasis or this crisis is too much. Something. I cannot read that at all, and I'm looking right dead at it. Okay. Oh, there's too many of them. I've lost. Failed. Wait, there are humans coming from 3 directions, and they're not ready to reveal themselves yet. Then you're safe for now, but I know they'll be back. Aspen? Aspen? Here, let the water take you. That's it. Who? Men are coming, Aspen. I can't stay. Who? I'll keep watching out for you. You're gonna be okay. Mac, 12 o'clock. Check it out, I think. Yeah, there's someone in the water. Is she alive? She is. She's unbelievable. The guys in my training squad gave me the call sign Joker because they said I never took anything seriously. Truth is, flying is one of the few things I take very seriously. As a test pilot, you have to. When I'm there, I'm locked down tight. When I get back on the ground, jokes help me blow off steam. Northrop's prototype B-2 stealth bomber wobbled at high altitude. It scared the piss out of me, but of course I'd never admit that to anyone. I told the engineers it flew like a drunken earthquake. They didn't think that was very funny. The F-24 Delta Carrier base fighter handled effortlessly. It was spooky to fly, and I guess it was spooky from the ground too, because after each test flight, UFO sightings went up 250%. Congress scrapped the project for budgetary reasons. Then they put me into the first ever amphibious craft. I wasn't the first guy to fly a plane into the water, but I was the first guy to do it on purpose. The tech in that craft. I don't know where the engineers got their ideas, but I'd never seen anything like it before. All this multi-billion-dollar hardware. I took it up, and I brought it back, and I didn't make any mistakes. But then I made a mistake. I fired at something and it, never mind what it did. The point is that I missed my target, and it hit some kind of underwater installation. And no joke is going to change a goddamn thing. My call sign, Joker. Right now it's got a whole new meaning for me. Oahu General Hospital, Honolulu, Hawaii. Kevin, take a look at this, would you? The patient came in about an hour ago, victim of near drowning. I've got her stabilized, but it's weird. She shows signs of being dehydrated, but her water content's over 77%. Drowning victim? Dehydrated? That doesn't make any sense. That's what I said, so I ran some scans of her. The MRI in her brain turned up like some kind of tumor, except that it doesn't look like any tumor I've ever seen before. No, it doesn't, Gene. You're right. It looks more like brain tissue. And her blood comp was unusual, to say the least. Her red cell density is more than twice the average. Twice? That's what I said. And take a look at her bone map. Her bones have the flexibility and structure of a 14-year-old's, but she's clearly in her mid-20s. Here's the main thing, her lungs. You're the lung specialist. You tell me what's going on here. Her alveoli... what? Her alveoli? Her alveoli are tiny. Wait. What magnification is this? Standard mag. Standard, then she's got a ton of alveoli. My God, she's got 4 or 5 times the lung capacity of an Olympic swimmer. Where'd she come from? Some energy research station off the coast sank or something like that. There's a dense connection, so it's all hush-hush. Gene, all this data, this woman, it doesn't add up, or rather, I'm not sure what it adds up to. Me either. I'm stumped, baffled, and there's one more thing. There's an admiral over at Pearl Harbor that wants her medical files. Not copies, he wants the originals. Near Midway, in the Pacific Ocean. This place is young, geologically speaking, yet it is older than we are and holds wisdom to match its beauty. Given a chance, this place may grow older still, or the sea may consume it and choose to start again elsewhere. That's assuming the humans don't find it first. The human would take it upon himself to decide the atoll's fate, and he would improve it with buildings and running water, and protect it with barriers and drainage systems, and who knows what else. They're like children who all pass through a stage where their ability surpasses their wisdom to control it. Children can be forgiven for acting like apes. An entire race several thousand years old cannot. My friends, your work and the first objective has put us on track. From this point, we face increasingly difficult challenges. I've spoken with a source close to the council. He tells me that despite our supplications, the majority are steadfast. So it's left to us to act. Your assignments, Kyla. You are responsible for the remainder of the first objective. Taurus, you will lead Group 2 in the second objective in the manner we discussed. I don't expect much resistance, Killian. Good. I will handle the third objective personally. That is all. 2 days later. Where am I? The world of the living, Aspen. Welcome back. Akiko, where are we? Jack, I was with him when he died. We weren't so close anymore, but... And you, how did you get out? Oh, hold on. I don't know if I'm supposed... Well, a hospital in... Oh, no, okay. I think it's this, and then, yeah. It's a little confusing. It's going like that. It's a Z shape. A hospital in Honolulu. If you remember, the DMD was hit by a torpedo. We're among the very lucky ones who survived. Most of the personnel, my friends, drowned. The torpedo came from our Navy. Naturally, they're tight-lipped about what happened, but they had a ship in the area and sent in rescue vehicles, which was how you were brought up. Jack, I was with him when he died. We weren't so close anymore, but... And you, how did you get out? Jack Gregory didn't make it. I don't know how close you two were. I'm not exactly sure. I was with Cannon Hawk when the water came over us. And then... I was on the deck of an aircraft carrier, coughing up seawater. Oh, well, maybe it was like this. It was probably a sea then. Oh, well. It's hard sometimes, guys. You know how they say your life flashes before your eyes in the moments before you die? Well, there was some things in my highlight reel that didn't seem very worthwhile. A lot of my friends died down there, but I've been given a brand new life. I'm gonna make it count this time. Huh. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I barely know you. Shared experience. We both went through it. That's probably it. I really am glad to see you're all right, Aspen. Look me up when you get back to the mainland. I will. A brand new life. I guess I've been given the same thing. I almost drowned. Maybe I did drown, but here I am still breathing. I must have been hallucinating when the ocean talked to me, right? The ocean doesn't talk. I don't know, though. It seemed pretty real to me. I don't know. Pearl Harbor, Naval Base. That's supposed to be a goddamn test flight, for fuck's sake. You caused the deaths of nearly 100 personnel, and you destroyed a top-secret facility, and you disobeyed my goddamn direct order. I do not tolerate insubordination, not from enlisted men, not from officers, and especially not from goddamn pissant pilots. Now get the hell out of my office. You're grounded until further notice. How'd it go? Never mind. Can't forget about that girl, Mac. I called the hospital. Her name's Aspen. They said she was going home to San Diego today. Forget her, Chance. She's not your problem. Maylander is. She is my problem. I can't get that image of her head on my head. I've got to talk to her, so I'm going to San Diego. Chance, don't be an idiot. If you go to UA now, the Admiral's really going to bend you over. I don't care, Jack. Ah, Chance, you're blowing it, buddy. Admiral Maylander, please. Yes, I see. Thank you. Judith, get me Captain Calloway, please. Yes, sir. Captain, I have a situation I need you to take care of. Yes, exactly. He's en route to San Diego. I think I know where you'll find him. And as long as you're there, there's someone else I'd like you to talk to. A Japanese mining rig 250 miles east of New Zealand. Wow. We've confirmed that the DMD was destroyed by an American torpedo, Foreman Yamaguchi. It's possible they made great advances in their research of the craft, so they no longer felt the need to study it, in which case they destroyed the facility to prevent us from studying it further and catching up with them. This is our working theory until something more plausible suggests itself. Unfortunately, our source on the American side is missing. In any event, you here on the platform need to be on your guard against a similar attack, and in the meantime continue your extractions. We will shortly be needing many tons of fuel. I understand. Thank you for taking the time. Have a safe flight. You ever notice when you're out here, sometimes it's like the ocean's talking to you? I mean, I'm not crazy or anything. It doesn't really talk. But on a nice night like this, you get to know the water. So it's like the waves are your friends, and they're calling to say they're coming over to pick you up. Or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I have noticed that. I'm Aspen. What's your name? Cameron. Well, Cameron, there's a set coming in. Come on, take it with me. Nah, I'm gonna chill for a while. Have a good one. Cool, kid. I like his attitude. If the ocean talks to you, listen. Simple as that. Aspen Matthews? Yeah. Who's asking? I'm a pilot with the U.S. Navy. My name's Chance Cal. Time out, flyboy. Surfer girl needs a shower. I'll be out in a few minutes. Slam! The military again. When are they gonna lay off? They already grilled me at the hospital. Not that I could tell them anything. Treated me like some kind of criminal when they're the ones who launched the torpedo. And coming to my house? This is ridiculous. If this guy gives me any attitude, he'd better be ready to deal with some wrath. Alright, Jin, give me a reading. Pressure's coming back to normal. Good. Keep your eyes on the dial and give me 10 seconds to get the clamps locked down. I'm on it. We want to make sure... Mother of God! Oof! Foreman! This is Platform Franklin Alpha Charlie calling SOS South 2. We're under attack. I repeat, we're under... Franklin Alpha Charlie, what is your security clearance? God damn it, I don't have the yellowfin. Password Octane. Roger, Charlie, go ahead. They came out of nowhere. Our early warning system never squeaked, but they're airborne and we have personnel on deck. Jesus Christ, they're destroying the platform. Who is it, Charlie? I think it's the Americans. They're using the new technology. They must be here for the fuel. I'm starting the self-destruct sequence. Good Lord. South 2. It's not the... So much for your self-destruct sequence. This is the foreman. He might make a valuable hostage. No hostages, Mako. You can have a moment to make your peace. Xian, go keep... Maybe it's Xian. Xian, go keep Killian up to date. Tell him we're beginning the conversation. The conversion, not the conversation. We're beginning the conversion. Oh. Rrrr. Easy, fella. I'm one of the good guys. Ruff. Listen, I already told your Navy buddies what I know. I saw the torpedo coming in. I felt the shockwave, then I practically drowned. I didn't see anything else. I don't know anything else. I'm not sitting through another 4-hour debriefing just so you can hear me repeat myself 16 times. Crank down the aggro, surfer girl. I'm not here to debrief you. I'm here because I saw you, I'm the guy who pulled you out of the water. Oh. See, here's the thing, though. When I found you down there... Wait, stop. I've answered all the Navy's questions. Now I've got one for you. I want to know why one of your trigger-happy buddies fired the torpedo. It was me. I fired the torpedo. You? Why, for God's sake? You know you almost killed me. You did kill, like, 80 people. What the fuck were you thinking? Shut up for a second and listen. I wasn't just shooting. I was shooting at something. The torpedo hit it, or at least it should have. But the bogey dissolved. My torpedo went right through it and hit that installation. I'm not here to apologize. I fucked up, and I'll come to grips with it my own way. I'm here because of you, because of what I saw you. Excuse me, because of what I saw. You in the water, glowing. You were like bubbles with a human form. You are dissolved, just like the goddamn bogey. I know what I saw, and I know it's impossible, but I can't get the image of you out of my head. Did I see it? Was it real? Or do I belong in a padded cell? I don't know. Until now, I was pretty sure I was hallucinating. But now, I don't know. If it was real, I can't explain it. I don't know if anyone can explain it. Have a project underway. The scale suggests something more elaborate than their Bermuda Triangle operation. Consult with your contacts and determine their intentions. It's urgent. We're counting on you. That's the complete message, sir. Take this back. I've located the girl, though I've had no luck finding the other one. I will look into their operation after I've talked to her. She's my first priority. Got that? Yes, sir. Good. Go. Aspen's been away from us for 15 years. She was only a child then, with raw talent and no skill. It's reasonable to assume she won't have developed any skill in the years since. It's also reasonable to assume she can learn. But is it reasonable to expect her to learn a lifetime's worth of knowledge in the short time we have? No, it's unreasonable. But it simply must happen, for she is our only option. The cruise ship Paradise served a purpose not quite intended by its designers. It changed human history. It's that button you want to press, that one right there. Get away, I know what I'm doing. We need them alive, so your weapons stay at stage 1. Yes, sir. What the hell are you doing? Get back underwater, you idiots! This isn't make-believe, they armed the skybirds. We can't be up here when they go off. So get back in the water. I'm telling you, press that one. Shut up already! Damn, look at that. What the hell are they? You can't help the people on the ship. So for the last time, get back underwater. It wasn't likely I could have saved them anyway, but when my ship was disabled, they were on their own. Don't ask me what they thought they were going to do for the people on the Paradise. What the hell? For more than 10 years, I was sure they'd been vaporized along with the ship. For 10 years, I thought I had failed. When Aspen resurfaced along with the Paradise, I decided it would be best to leave her with human guardian, Captain Matthews. I reasoned that if she were one of us, raised among the humans, she might develop a unique and extraordinary useful appreciation for both our peoples. Today, I found out I was right. Huh. Oh, not cool. Puppy love, isn't that sweet? You make a great couple. I mean, you look so alike. Very funny. Shake it off, flyboy, or should that be wipe it off? You need to make coffee while I go buy bagels. Oh, I can handle coffee. You'll be back in 20 minutes or so. Everything's in the cabinet next to the fridge. And thanks for getting between Matilda's drool and my couch. He 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 he. What you say, Pooch? Want some breakfast? Your mom's a kook, but I like her. You're probably used to guys liking her, huh? I bet she gets tons of attention. Or rather, a ton of attention. What the hell? I had that thing set to turn off. Hey, Pooch, who's this in the pictures? Probably the roommate. Uh-huh. Nice picture. Giggly Martin. That's funny. Knock, knock. Don't get up. I'll get it. Chance, figured I'd find you here. Crack! Hello, brother. The Pacific Ocean, near Midway. All hands, this is the captain. Y'all did great. You proved I got the best damn crew in the fleet. So the good news is I'm giving you an all-week's liberty soon as we pull in. All right, quiet down. There's bad news, too. We're going to be on the surface and exposed till we can get those bow planes repaired. So the USS Seawolf is on full battle alert until then. Hold on just a second. Alright. excuse me, full battle alert until that time. Y'all gonna earn that extra week. That is all. Captain, I've got 2 surface radar contacts bearing 272. Look like short-range fighters. I've got visual, Captain. They're Japanese Tachi-class fighters. They've overflown our bow, and their hard points are heavy. I'd say their intent is hostile, sir. Captain, or Castle, this is Captain Rush, USS Seawolf. We've got a potential situation here. Request air support. Acknowledge, Seawolf. 4 Harriers inbound. ETA 12 minutes. Back in San Diego. I'm tired of low-class women, Aspen. When are you going to go out with me? I told you, Sean. You can take me out when you quit smoking. Hey, cut me some slack, huh? No. Friends of yours? Oh, I'm sorry. Friends of yours? No. Hey, what the... She say, fuck? I don't know. Yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. She's out. She's like, fuck. That would have been funny to actually see. They're wearing trench coats and driving black vehicles. They must therefore be government men. That the government has an interest in Aspen means they know who she is, or rather, they know what she's capable of. Scratch that. If they knew, they wouldn't be handing her over. So why are they handing her over? My gut instinct tells me that goods have just been exchanged for services. Whatever the services are can wait right now. I better see if I can't recover those goods. Ashley, so check it out. Last night I was at Coronado and I met this cool chick. Total hottie, a little older. I think she liked me. Cam, you're so full of it. No, I'm serious, Ash. When I first paddled over to her, she was all intense, like she wasn't having a very good day. But you know me, I'm smooth. So after a couple of minutes, I was like, who's your daddy? As if, Cam, you're such a liar. There are walleyes on the beach and in the water. It's not our concern. We've got the girl. Let's go. Hey, wait a second. That's her. That's the girl I was talking about. Those guys have got her. Cam? She doesn't look so good. Hey, what are you doing with Aspen? What are you doing with my friend? Forget her, kid. She's gone to you. Not yet, she isn't. Hold tight, Aspen. This is likely to be quite a ride. Some facts. They abducted her in public in broad daylight. They met in the open on a popular beach. They had a conversation with a human. Conclusion, they're coming into the open. Secrecy isn't the end-all be-all that it once was. This means either they're ready to live alongside the humans, or... Nice try, but I practically invented this sort of thing. Wow. They've got Aspen. Untrained, unknowing Aspen who's raw like a lump of unformed clay. If they can mold her in their image, she'll be a powerful weapon at their disposal. I've got a soldier with a mind and memory full of details. He'll bend or he'll break. But either way, I'll use him to find her. And I have to find her before they do something irreversible. Alright! And that's where we're going to leave off. It's long. 616 pages. That's 2 volumes. The first volume is 300 pages, guys. This is a long series, and there's 8 volumes of just the original series. So we'll go ahead and make this ongoing, and definitely get some more of this out. But this will be the end of Grimm's Comics Corner for now, and we'll get back with this later on. Of course, we have more comics than just this one, but it's going to be a lot of Aspen because we do at least want to finish the first 2 volumes. So at any rate, I'm out, and I'll see you next time on Grimm's Comics Corner.